Hey you guys, it's
Hi, how are you?
Jared and Martin, Trend Control,
That's right.
back at it again with another episode for you guys. We wanted to start the day off with a viewer request. What was his handle?
I don't know what his handle was, but if he's watching right now, he knows.
You got the 9 Inch Nails, man. That's
he knows that we took his recommendation here. So this is one of the recommendations. It's BOXL Corporation. Now, guys, we've done absolutely zero research into these companies that were recommended. However, we do have, a lovely view here of this setup, and it looks like there's a giant gap down here at the $1 area, as well as another one over here around the $2.75 area.
Now we took a look at this as well on Robinhood. It doesn't look like you can short this on Robinhood, but me and Martin, I think we both agree this looks like a great short setup here. Looks like it already hit outside the
It's oversold on all of the time frames here, and then if you go to look at the Bollinger Bands, it's just completely outside of the Bollinger Bands on the daily. If you go to the weekly, it's pretty much out of the Bollinger Band. Monthly, it's pretty much, it was there a little while ago outside of the Bollinger Band. So, I don't know, guys. This is not shortable on Robinhood, so I won't be shorting this. I won't be trying to test it out.
But if any of you have a brokerage account where you're able to somehow short this, this looks like a great opportunity for that. Not financial advice,
but it seems like fun. It's basically back here at this long-term resistance line, all the way up here around the $3.60 line. So it just looks like it's ready for a rejection here. It's ready for a rejection, guys.
Now, about this company, I don't know if you want to look up what this company is in general. Just for everybody watching.
We're going to look up the company, guys. Oh, we got it. Okay, so here it is. Expect uptrend reversal. Looks like somebody's already posting some ideas. Oh, look. This guy's got the same idea we do. All right, yeah.
Does it say anything about
what do they do? Yeah. They sell interactive classroom solutions for the global education market.
That's what is it? What was that? 10K or something? There was another one of those.
Guys, it's not like all the schools are just magically gonna have all this magic money to spend all this stuff. We know where the money's going. It's going into the markets. It's not going to schools. So I don't know. I think the narrative also goes along with it, where it doesn't make sense that BOXL would have sustained growth and stuff like that. So let's move on to, we're just going to go ahead and cover all of the suggestions we got because we literally have never gotten suggestions before, so we're just going to go ahead and have fun with this. This is the next suggestion that we received from the same guy, and shout out to whoever it was that recommended this to us. We'll comment you somewhere. We'll put you in a description or something. So let me take off this indicator here.
I think it'd be cool, eventually to have different type of either Zoom interview type.
That would be
That'd
cool.
Be cool.
If some of you guys have your own channels, maybe we could do something where we do something on your channel, blah blah blah. We could do a meetup kind of thing. So this Dell looks like it has this island formation up here with the candlesticks.
Definitely
basically just straight gapped up here. It's kind of hard to tell with these EMAs on, but it's got a bunch of gaps all the way back here. A lot of them have been filled except for this one around $50. And I would expect it to come back and at least retest back in this $53 area and close this giant island gap.
Depending on if this is on the. This is the 4 hour.
On the 4 hour.
So right here that could be another additional gap, but I would have to see on the 5 minute and hour or something.
On the daily, this is looking basically the same. There's nothing.
Yeah, there's guaranteed.
There's another look. There's a gap up here that needs to fill. Maybe it's gonna fill this.
It didn't already fill that here.
Didn't already fill it. Look there.
Right. Yeah, it looks so. There is a gap up. Okay, so yeah.
Maybe it'll gap up I mean, it
I
looks
think
like it's
so.
still got a decent trend.
You could
on
gap
there.
up. That would be the good
Let's go
opportunity
back
to
to my
buy a
usual
short
chart
on
here.
that. Because who's buying computers right now at a time like this? Even if they send out another.
Guys, I haven't bought any computers lately. I'm a computer guy. Yeah, so this is so those
But if
are
you're looking for long term to hold Dell,
and
I mean,
guys,
they're still a strong company. If it comes back down to any of those gaps, that's where I would say, okay, start buying and hodling if you're trying to do long term dividend growth strategies or anything like that. But it looks like it's starting to set up for a potential. You can put in a call to that gap up. If you think it's going to do the gap up, you can put in a put for the gap downs. There's multiple ways you might want to play. You might want to play both ways. Both
yeah,
sides.
I'm not sure how I might want to play this. I'm probably just going to step out of it, guys, because I don't usually touch anything that has this high of a price. I like to be able to like step in and step out of my stuff and scale in and scale out.
They do have some long-term options though. So depending on your timing, if you think shorter term is going up, you could probably do a shorter one for the call, and then yeah. So that's Dell, you guys.
That's Dell, and we're gonna move on to our 3 that we usually pick out somewhere around 3.
Yeah.
So I've been looking at this since last week. I was gonna try to buy it last week, and I totally missed it. And now I'm ready to get revenge on me accidentally missing the pump. So, guys, over here you can tell it's up on the RSI. It's in this area where it's been rejected before in the past on the daily, as well as on the weekly. We see it peaking up here, and it's been rejected here before without really having broken through that area before. Now, as far as it, in relation to the Bollinger Band, looks like it's hitting all the way at the top on the monthly. As far as the weekly and the daily, we just looked over those, and pretty much all the way at the top of the band. Over
That's
here,
on the 4 hour.
we can tell on the 4 hour, the MACD is losing a lot of strength. Basically ready to come back down into this red area. I'm waiting for this signal line to cross over, and for us to get the crossover here on the MACD. Guys, the stochastics, they're looking okay. Like, I'm just waiting for them to kind of point towards the downside. So I may not be getting in right away tomorrow. You never know, guys. We may have a little bit more momentum here. You know what I mean?
Yeah, really quick, Martin. Can you hit that hourly? Yeah. See, so it's like, or that red's your resistance line, right? Or that's yellow.
Those
middle.
are 2 different moving averages.
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely testing this channel for sure. I think they definitely were at this top
Yeah,
point.
like,
They definitely started the short.
what I'm saying is I think it's going to come back up here, and if it doesn't break this area, I'm looking for it to come back down. Come back down and test like what's going on down here. On the 1 hour, it looks like it still might be.
Where did we see the gap?
Might be looking for those momentum here. Oh, right, guys. And as to our gap strategy that we've been touting lately, it does have a huge gap right over here. So let me remove these indicators just so that we can get a nice clean view of the chart. There's a gap right here at $1.82.
And then there's a lot of this consolidation above that. So I mean, that's
There's a lot of consolidation above that. Yeah, there is.
The real question is, so it really depends. It's at a critical point. If it can't sustain this jump and it starts coming down, and then it starts I think it might come back down to this level here. I don't think it's going to hit that gap yet. It might have some sort of area of confluence or something.
Yeah, I mean, I could totally see it like not even hitting this area and just bouncing up. But
it might be a while.
For me, the only problem is, guys, that the only other area where you can actually have actionable options is around like the $250 area. So it's really cheap right now, the option, and I'm probably just going to take one out just as a cheap option to take out, just in case, just as an asymmetrical bet.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
This was the one that there was like you could do it out to like January, right?
Jared and I actually looked up the options for this, and there was one option for $2.50, and it was 60-cent option that expired in January of 2021 for the stock. I mean, if it ever comes back and revisits this $1.82, even at $60, like if you're expecting the stock market to crash anytime this year, I mean that's basically just, you know, I mean, that. Am I expecting the stock market to crash? I don't know, guys. Like we could be in 1939 mode right now, where we basically just like do the V-shaped recovery and we never see these highs again for like 8 years.
So far, Papa Powell and Daddy T have been going strong. Money printer's still rolling, you guys.
And I did want to say that this is an area right here. You can kind of tell. I mean, all throughout this area has been a big area of support, and I'm seeing this area might be starting to turn around into resistance here. That's another reason why I'm expecting this to be an actionable short here. I wanted to get past this 250 area. Past this 250 area, and if it touches 180 area, actually that makes sense with the gap too. If it can come down past this 280, bounce off this 180 area, you know what I mean? It totally makes sense even where the gap is, like for it to logically do that.
Yeah. So
all right, guys. So
let's move on to the next one. Yeah.
Next one, Microvision. Jared, I'm going to give this one off to you.
Yeah. So Microvision, one of our buddies recommended this to us, and
Oh, shit. Sorry guys, we got all sorts of shit going on.
So Microvision, yeah, they make the what was it?
They make LiDAR systems for transportation, like cars and I think some aeronautic type of stuff.
Right, I remember looking up this company, and then they were saying that theirs wasn't very useful, and it didn't. Most of the companies they were saying.
Guys, as far as
regardless, this
LiDAR goes,
this thing pumped on the daily all the way to 340. Already, it's already coming back to the short, and there's I think about 2 different gaps here, if I'm not mistaken. Let's put up like a nice Bollinger. Yeah. Why is it not even on? Whatever. Anyway, so yeah, when we're looking at this here on the daily,
I'm loving this hammer.
Yeah, this bear hammer.
This bear hammer here, and it's on it's like a little abandoned baby island thing. Well,
looks like it's just ready to come back down here to me.
I mean, we've got like a bunch of bearish formations on like islands setups, kind of like this weekend. What's up?
It's just been gapping up. I think this one it could easily test down to this 250 again and come back down. Is it going to hit the second gap here at 172? Not so sure, but it's definitely going to fill this one. Who knows if it's going to come all the way down here. Just like when we were covering NIO, I believe last week or a couple days ago, you guys. That one came down. We made some successful puts on that. And it went back to that one gap and it filled. And there's another gap on the NIO, I believe, still at that $8 range, but that's a different stock entirely. But yeah, so this one looks like a good short opportunity as well.
Can you zoom in on that?
Low cap. Yeah, this is on the hourly right now.
Oh, okay.
I was trying to add some different indicators, but it wasn't letting me for some reason. Yeah, on the 5 minutes. See, there's definitely downward trend action. So they're not.
Yeah, it's ready to break that.
Bears are in control.
It's ready to break that 2.7. It wants to come back down.
And then yeah, here, right here, this is the other one. So there's still this gap here too. It never tested it all the way back here either. So I think it's just been waiting. So this one's a good possible short opportunity. And then I think we have one more stock for you guys today that we're looking at. Because I think it made a big pump, this next stock, and we're just trying to call bullshit on it.
All right, guys, this next one is Blue Brands. Who recommended this to you, Jared?
I think I was looking into this just because I believe they own the Outback Steakhouse and some different restaurants, and between California and all these different states shutting down, the outlook to me for the restaurant industry and all of these chains, they're operating at half capacity tops, and I mean, even if they get bailed out, if they do, it doesn't look like in the short term, even after this pump. I don't think it's going to last. I think it's going to retest these lows because there's no way they're operating with a profit right now, fundamentally speaking. But I believe there's gaps on it.
Okay,
too,
guys,
so.
as far as restaurants goes, we know for a fact that restaurants operate on some of the skimpiest margins possible.
Looks like
Most
there was already
restaurants
big
have to
ones,
be
so.
at about 80 to 90% capacity in order to even like make the margin to, actually turn a profit. So when it comes to stuff like the coronavirus, where if restaurants are in operation, they have to be like outside and like they can only really seat like half the amount of people that they normally do. I'm not really like one of those people that sees that as a return to normalcy. So, I mean, in the short term, does this look like it'll come back? I guess we're gonna have to look at the smaller time frame.
There's definitely a gap down there. It looks like one gap here. So it's
This
not
is
that
a huge
big.
deviation off of a bear, off of what is this going to be the beginning of a reversal here? Does this tell the story of a reversal? There's low volume. The volume is literally like falling here into this rally. Is this going to be a sustained rally?
And I think that's maybe the only
Look at the
gap.
size of the Bollinger Band here, how small it is. Is this ready to get volatile, guys? You gotta ask yourself these types of questions.
There's only this one gap up. It looks like way up here,
Right here?
possibly, yeah.
Who knows?
But
Who knows?
Pumping to $14 seems highly unlikely.
Does it make more sense for it to pump to $14 or pump back down to $9? You know what I mean?
More than likely, I think that $9.
Let's see what else is over here at $9.
Oh, there's another gap here. Right here at this low.
Interesting. Another gap right here.
Yeah, what is that at?
It's around $6, $5. Gap right there. Gap right there. I mean, in the short term,
I'd be pretty bearish on this though.
in the short term, yeah, I'm pretty bearish on that. Looks like it's like hanging on for dear life over here. I mean, look at that stuff. You know.
But you guys, we're in a crazy kangaroo market right now.
Hertz
went bankrupt.
Market.
Hertz went bankrupt and they pumped it to 20. So if any of you guys were involved in that, congratulations.
Congratulations, guys. I wasn't touching that with a stick, although I was a little jealous. I was envious of anybody who was involved with that got out before it was too scary. I was afraid to I wasn't even going to try to touch that, guys. But that's it for us today, guys. We'll see you next time. And thank you so much. We love you guys.
Get them tendies, you guys.